Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are moving through a nice kind of full body flow. So working kind of a little bit every part of our body. So we work into our hips quite a bit, working our core into the front, back part of the core, working into the glutes, and then working the arms and the shoulders a little bit as well with different transitions. So there's a few different options of difficulty that you can take throughout your practice. So choosing whatever option feels good, feels comfortable for you today in whatever space, kind of physically, mentally, emotionally, your body is, wherever you are. And taking any props you might need. So a block, maybe two if you have them. If you don't have any blocks, again, make do with whatever you have. Books, anything that will give you a little bit of height from your hands, your body, to your mat. Just bring you a little bit higher if you need it. So taking any props you need, getting yourself ready, and hope you enjoy. Coming onto your back. So you're gonna bring your legs up towards the ceiling. You're gonna put your toes. We're gonna start with a little bit of core. So engage your legs, point your toes as much as you can, and then interlace your fingers, but release your index fingers. So on your next inhale, bring the belly button back towards the spine, and then lead with those index fingers. Lift the head, lift the neck, lift the shoulders. Take breathing here. So you want to make sure that your lower back stays connected onto the mat, and you kind of find that engagement by drawing that belly button back towards the spine. So take an inhale here, and then as you exhale, bring the hands over towards the right, past that right leg, and then let that left leg hover above the mat. Inhale, come back up. Keep the head, neck, and shoulders lifted. Exhale, over to the left. Right leg comes to hover. So inhale brings you to center. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So over to the right with the arms, left leg lowers. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the left, right leg lowers. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Use your own breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to center. Exhale. Inhale back. Over to the right. Left leg hover. Stay here for 10, 9, 8. Keep lifting that right leg. 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back. Exhale, over to the left. Let that right leg hover. Stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep lifting that left leg. 6, 5. Keep breathing for 4, 3, 2. And inhale to center. Bring the knees into the chest. So you should feel your core a little bit there. Come into happy baby just for a breath or two. Keep those little rocks moving side to side. So happy baby, grabbing the pinky toe to the feet, drawing the knees in towards the armpits. And then take hold of the backs of your thighs. And then just start to rock forwards and backwards. Just a few times. And then coming into tabletop. Come onto all fours. So from here, tuck the toes. Walk the hands back towards the knees, and then just come up to sitting, or standing rather, on the knees. So we kind of work our main kind of front part of our core. We're going to work the glutes, a little bit more the back body and the front core as well. So from here, toes are going to stay tucked, and you want to think of your body staying in one long straight line. So you want to squeeze your glutes. You want to draw that belly button back to the spine. Draw the shoulders back into the sockets. Reach the arms forward. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale with that body nice and straight like a board, start to lean back. Ooh, come back up. Exhale. Slow exhale brings you back. So you're working the front of your quads a little bit as well. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Keep squeezing the glutes. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, come back. And then regular tabletop. So from here, extend your right leg back, flex the foot, and then bend that right knee. So you want to think of bringing the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. So we're just going to do some rotations in our hips. So we're going to start bringing the knee in towards the nose, shift it over towards the right side, and then send that knee back. So you want to draw it in towards kind of front right wrist, open it out to the side, and then bring the knee back. So think of moving it in kind of whatever range of motion. It's not a circle. It's kind of oblong maybe. But try and keep the core stable. So bring the belly button back to the spine, and then switch directions. So the foot comes up. We draw the knee towards the armpit, towards the tricep, and then swing it down. Again, trying to move your upper body as little as possible here. We don't want our hips shifting side to side. You almost want to isolate one hip, that right hip. And then bring that right knee back down. So we'll switch to the other side. So extend the left leg back, flex the foot, and then bend that knee. So bring the sole of the foot up to the ceiling. Again, stabilize the core, draw the belly button back to the spine. Bring the knee forward, draw it out to the side, and then bring it back. So again, try not to let your back arch too much. Move as slowly as you need to. So if you find that when you move through, your body is moving quite a bit, slow it down, and then switch your directions. Send the knee back. Draw it forward out to the side towards that tricep, towards that armpit, and then swing it back down. So again, you're almost just isolating that left hip. So you're kind of working into that right glute as well to help keep it stabilized. And then bring the knee back under. From here, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. So first few breaths here, find a little bit of free movement. Pedaling into the feet. Anything that feels comfortable. So the first down dog, you can always have that bend into the knees. You just want to make sure long spine, hips come up nice and high, and then eventually the legs might straighten, the heels might soften. We'll move through just a little bit of movement with the spine. So we've kind of worked on activating our core, opening a little bit, getting movement into our hips. So on your next big inhale, all the way to the belly, lift the heels, lift the hips. And then think of moving from your pelvis, bring it forward. Come into a high plank. Wonderful. From here, bring the knees onto the mat. And then bending the elbows into the sides, come all the way down. If you have a block or something, maybe move out of the way. Keep the hands under the shoulders. Inhale, pick the shoulder heads up, draw them back. Using those upper back muscles just to get that height first. So keep the hands on the mat to start, just to really fire up the upper back muscles. And then see if you can take them away from the mat, but don't move the upper body. So you want to breathe steadily into the belly. Take one more big breath in, and with that exhale, come all the way down. Moving through tabletop, press yourself up, and then toes tucked, downward facing dog. Do that again on that next big inhale to the belly. Lift the heels, lift the hip. Moving from your pelvis first. Come forward, high plank. This time, your choice, toes or knees. Come all the way down, bring the elbows into the sides. Up dog, or baby cobra, hands under the shoulders. Again, using the fingertips just to engage those upper back muscles. Take the hands away, and then reach them back. So palms are down, thumbs are out to the sides. Keep the feet down onto the mat, lift the kneecaps. Big breath in. Exhale, lower the forehead, bring the hands back under the shoulders. Downward facing dog. Do one more just like that. Next big inhale from the belly. Lift the heels, lift the hips. Moving from the pelvis, come forward, high plank. From toes or knees, bending the elbows into the sides, come all the way down. Next inhale, baby cobra to start. Press into the hands, engage the upper back. Take the hands away, reach them back. Maybe interlace the fingers if you want, if they're there. Take them away from the low back. And reach the knuckles towards the heels behind you. So you can kind of pause wherever you want. You can stay here or lift the legs. On your next inhale, pointing through the toes, leaning with the knuckles, lift a little higher, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, release the head, release the feet down, hands under the shoulders. Downward facing dog. Send the hips up and back. On your next in-breath, again, breathing all the way into the belly, lift that right leg high, and then bend the right knee, open the hip. So drawing that right heel in towards the left sits bone, and then squaring the shoulders, bring the right armpit down towards that left foot. So moving with a few circles, with that right ankle, start in one direction, and then moving in the other direction just for a few. On your next inhale, send that right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. Knee to nose. So take your time, move with your breath. Inhale. With that exhale, step between the hands. Help the foot if you need to. So low lunge, left knee to mat. Keep the left hand down. Inhale, right arm reaches high. As you exhale, I want you to bend your right elbow. So you're cactusing your arm and you're opening your right shoulder a little bit more. Beautiful. On your next inhale, reach that right arm forward. Keep the upper body as it is. Tuck those left toes. Lift that left knee away from the mat. From here, come to a side plank. So you're going to spin onto the pinky toe edge of that left foot. Send the right foot back to meet it. So you can stay here. Maybe the left knee comes down onto the mat. Completely up to you, wherever you want to go. Keep those right fingertips reaching forward. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, swing that right hand down. Downward facing dog. Bring the heels towards the mat. Inhale, left leg comes high. Bend the left knee, open the hip. So same thing here, left heel to right sits bone. Squaring into the shoulders, left armpit comes down towards your right foot. And then a few circles with that left foot. Moving into the opposite direction. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Knee to nose, exhale. Take your time. Inhale, left leg high. Knee to nose. One more, inhale. With that exhale, step between the hands. Help that foot forward if you need to. Low lunge. Right knee to mat, right hand stays down. Reach that left arm high. And then cactus your left arm. So bend into that elbow. You want to see if you can open the chest a little bit more. Breathing here. Inhale. Reach that left arm forward. Keep the chest as it is. Tuck the left or the right toe. Lift that right knee away from the mat. And then come to side plank. So turning that right heel down. Step the left leg back. So again, option here, right knee can be under the right hip just for support. Wherever you are, inhale. Exhale, start to bring the hand down. Downward facing dog, so take your time. Inhale, look forward, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, step forward. Come to the top. Halfway lift, inhale, hands might come to shins, long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Little bend into the knees if you need. Inhale, halfway, long spine. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, big toes touch. Inhale, bend into the knees, way back to the heels. And then bring the hands together to the heart. So from here, keep the knees bent. Lift that right leg. Keep that little bend into the left knee. Come into standing figure four. So right ankle crosses over that left knee. So you're opening that outer right knee out to the side as much as you can. Keep that right foot flexed. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, see if you can bend a little bit deeper into that left knee. If you can't, that's fine. Ooh. Breathing into the belly, find your balance. Beautiful. Next inhale, again, keep that bend into the left knee. Lift the right knee. Set it back down. Chair pose. Inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, halfway, long spine. Step the right foot back. Low lunge, right knee to mat. Right hand stays down. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, cactus to the left arm. Open that chest a little bit more. Inhale, reach that left arm forward. Keep the upper body the same. Tuck those right toes, lift the right knee. Beautiful. From here, left hand comes down to the mat. Spin that right heel down like you would for warrior two. And then windmill the arms up. Come into that full warrior two. Bend into that left knee. Inhale, reverse. Keep bending. Left arm lifts high. Side angle, exhale. Left forearm to left thigh. Right arm reaches forward so you can stay here. Maybe you straighten the arm. Maybe the fingertips come down towards the mat. Completely up to you. From here, right fingertips sweep down. Send them over towards that right foot. Prasarita. So coming to the center. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold forward. So walking the hands back in between the feet. So you want the fingertips to flip in the opposite direction of the toes. And then you're walking the hands back. Straight arms, tented fingertips. If your hamstrings are still quite tight, take a little bend or widen the feet away from one another. Bring the hands back under the shoulders. Inhale halfway. From here, take a little bend into that right knee. So left foot stays on the mat. Arms reach out nice and wide. Bring the left fingertips down. Inhale, right arm high. Right hand comes down. Goddess pose. Toes out, heels in. Bend again into the knees, reach the arms up. So hips are nice and low. If you need to, bring the hands onto the thighs, lifting through the upper body, and then bring the arms up. Breathing here. Inhale, star pose, straighten the legs. Warrior two, back to the front. So left toes forward, bend into that left knee. Inhale, reverse again. Left arm high. Side angle extended. Left arm to thigh. Maybe the fingertips come down. Maybe they touch the mat. Maybe you brought them to a block if you have one. Open through that right shoulder. Right hand comes back down to the mat. Lift that right heel. Simple twist. Left arm high. Cactus that left arm. So again, open through the chest. Inhale. Left arm reaches forward. And then side plank. Turn to the pinky edge of that right foot. Send the left back to meet it. So again, option here, right hand can be under the mat. Left fingertips are reaching forward. And then nice and slowly, high plank. Left hand comes under the left shoulder. Inhale, scoot your weight forward. Come high onto your tippy toes. Chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, up dog. Downward facing dog with your exhale. Inhale, look forward. Lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, step forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, little bend into the knees. Do that again. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Big toe stretch. Bend into the knees, weight into the heels, reach the arms high. Hands come back to the heart. So again, you want to keep that bend into the standing knee, the right knee this time. Lift the left leg. And then cross that left ankle over the right, coming to that standing figure four. Ooh. Keep the left foot flexed. Take an inhale here, shoulders stack over the hips. And then as you exhale, see if you can bend a little bit deeper into that right knee. So the deeper you bend, the more balance you find, the more strength you kind of bring into that right leg. Breathing deep. Think of drawing the chest forward toward your thumbs. And then when you're ready, keep that bend. Left leg lifts. Step it down, chair pose, one breath. Inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift. Left leg steps back. Low lunge, left knee down. Inhale, right arm lifts. Cactus that right arm, so bend the elbow. Open the chest. Inhale, reach forward through those right fingertips. Tuck the left toes. Lift that left knee. From here, right hand comes down, left heel spins down, warrior two. Ooh. Come up. Breathing here. Inhale, reverse. Right arm high. Side angle, exhale. So right forearm comes to right thigh. Left fingertips reach forward. So option here, arm can straighten. Maybe the fingertips come down towards the ankle. Or maybe the fingertips come down to the mat. From here, swoop that left hand down. Swoop it over towards the center of your mat. Prasarita. So turn the left or the right toes in the same direction as the left. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Again, fingertips flip in the opposite direction of the toes. Walking them back, as far back as you can. Keep those straight arms. Come on to the tips of the fingers. And then see this time if you can bring your weight a little bit further into your toes. Hands come under the shoulders. Inhale, halfway, long spine. Bend into that left knee. Open the arms. Keep grounding into the full sole of that right foot. And then from here, goddess pose. Come to the center. Toes out, heels in. Bend into the knees. Ooh, so same thing. If you need to, hands on the thighs. Lift the upper body. And then reach the arms up. So breathing deep. Strong with the legs. Inhale. Star pose. Straighten the legs. Warrior two to the front. Right toes forward. Bend into that right knee. Inhale, reverse. Right arm high. Keep that deep bend into that right leg. Side angle extended. Right arm comes wherever is comfortable. Left arm reaches forward. Open that left shoulder. Simple twist. Left hand to the mat. Pick up that left heel. And then reach that right arm high. From here, cactus that right arm. Bend the elbow. You're opening the chest. And then send that right arm forward. Keep the chest the same way. From here, side plank, spin that right heel or left heel down. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Again, options. Bring the left knee down under the hip if you need that support. And then as slowly as you can, bring that right hand under the shoulder. Inhale, come forward. A little further forward so your shoulders come past your wrists. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, up dog. Downward facing dog with your exhale. 3 deep breaths here. And fall on your next inhale. Right leg high. On that exhale, lift the left heel. With a straight leg, give it a try. Maybe you bend the knee. Step that right foot to the outside of the right hand. So come onto tented fingers. Inhale. Bend deep into that right knee, low at the hips. Chest comes forward. As you exhale, straighten that right leg. Lift the hips. Keep that left heel lifted. Inhale, bend the knee. Low hip. Look forward. Exhale, straighten it. One more. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale. Inhale, bend into that right knee. From here, come into Skanasana. So you're going to walk your hands over to the left. Spin both feet over to the left. Lift that left toes, left heel, or left toes and left knee to the ceiling. Hands can either be on the mat or bring the hands to the heart. Completely up to you. You can also be up a little bit higher, just like we were before. Take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale, come back to where you were. So pivot the feet forward, straighten that right leg. Inhale, bend the knee. And then step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. So toes out, heels in, Malasana, yogi squat. Bring the hips down towards the heels. Again, hands come to the heart. And then once you kind of ground into the feet, I'm going to lift the hips just a little bit. Draw the chest forward towards the thumbs, look forward. So again, breathing deep all the way into the belly. Bring the left fingertips ahead of you onto the mat. And then inhale, reach that right arm high. Come to the other side. So right arm comes out to the side. Maybe tent onto the fingertips. And then reach high with those left fingertips. Come back to center. Hands to heart. Draw the chest forward, open the hips. And then grabbing your elbows, straighten the legs. Fold forward, little bend into knees if you want. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step all the way back, downward facing dog. Option here, take a regular vinyasa, or one elbow or both at the same time, come into dolphin. So we've done this before. We're going to try it with straight legs. So as you inhale, look forward, lift the heels. Exhale without bending the knees. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Downward facing dog. Exhale. So always the option just to do a regular vinyasa, high plank to low plank. Up dog or cobra, and then back to down dog. Left leg high, inhale. With that exhale, lift the left heel with a straight leg. Give it a try. Step to the outside of that left foot. Help it if you need to. Inhale on those tented fingertips. Bend deep into that left knee, low hips. Look forward. Exhale, straighten and lift. If you have a little bend into the left knee, that's okay. Inhale, bend the knee, low hips. Exhale, straighten and lift. One more inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, bend the knee. As you exhale, come into Skandasana, so walk the hands to the right. Pivot the feet to the right, lift the right toes, right knee to the ceiling. Hands can be on the mat. Maybe they're at the heart. So again, you can be up a little bit higher here like we were before, or kind of working into mobility in the ankle and in the hip and in the knee. Breathing here. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, coming back the way you came, pivot the toes forward, straighten the left leg, fold down. Inhale, bend the knee, look forward. As that exhale, step the right foot forward. So back to Malasana, toes out, heels in. So adjust the feet as wide apart as you need them. Hands come to the heart. Breathing here. Same little twist. Left fingertips out wide. Right arm lifts. Option here to find full or half bind. So left or right thumb flips down so your palm faces back. Half bind. Maybe you work into full. So if you have full, your bind is in front of the left knee. And then come back to the other side. Right arm wide. Left arm lifts. Stay like this. Completely fine. Flip the palm down if you want to find your half bind. Again, if you're working into full, the bind is in front of that right knee. Wonderful. Hands come back to heart. Take a breath here. Very opening for the hips. Grab your elbows and then straighten the legs. As much as you want, you can have a tiny bend into them if you want. Hands come down, inhale, halfway. Downward facing dog. So again, option here, regular vinyasa or elbows to the mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Child's pose, exhale. So knees are wide, toes together, forehead to the mat. I like to kind of stack my hands one on top of the other, bring the forehead on top, just to give my hips a little bit of extra space. So breathing here wherever you are. When you're ready, coming forward into tabletop, move the hips to one side. Come to sitting on your mat. So taking a breath here, bending into the knees. Do have a good distance between your heels and your hips. Arms reach forward towards the front. Nice and tall with the spine. Take an inhale, bring the belly button back towards the spine. And then as you exhale, as slowly as you can. Maybe you need to drag the heels back with you as you go. Maybe they lift. Find a low boat. And then come all the way down. Bring the knees in. Take a few rocks. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to find reclined cow face pose. So all you're going to do, just going to move my mic out of the way. Cross your right leg over your left. So like fully over like you would for eagle. And then you're going to draw your knees into your chest. So you have two options here. Flex both your feet. You're going to reach forward and grab whatever foot is in front of you. So your left hand's going to have your right foot and your right hand's going to have your left. And then if you choose to stay here, you want to draw the feet in towards the hips and almost kind of gently separate the feet away from one another. So it's kind of gentle pull in, little pull out, not much, mostly pull in. If that is too much, if you can't quite grab your feet, grab maybe the shins, closer towards the knees if you need to, wherever you can grab. Take that gentle pull in. You want to make sure your head, neck, and shoulders are soft on the mat. Breathing here. Take 2 more breaths. Deep all the way into the belly. After those 2 breaths, release the feet, unravel, and then you're going to find the opposite cross. So left leg over the right. So one side is going to be a little bit tighter than the other. That's okay. Draw the knees into the chest, flex the feet, and then you're going to lift up. Grab your feet. Maybe you grab the shins, maybe towards the knees, your choice. And then again, just like the other side, you can do that gentle draw in with the heels and towards the hips. And maybe a little pull out, just a little tiny, tiny bit. You're not yanking anything. Very gentle. So again, relaxing the head, the neck, the shoulders. Letting that space in between your eyebrows start to soften. Take 2 more breaths here. And after that second breath, release the feet. Bring the feet wide on your mat. Bring the knees in together. Just take a breath here. Maybe bring the hands onto the belly. And then we're going to take the opposite. So feet come together and then knees come wide. So recline butterfly. So we're going to end here today. A little bit of a kind of extra hip opener. So option with the arms. Maybe bring them overhead, grabbing your opposite elbows. If that feels like it's too much, you can always bring the hands on the belly. Maybe one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Whatever's comfortable for you. And letting the eyes close down. And just starting to soften the body into the space that you created through your practice. Letting your breath flow a little bit easier through the muscles, into the joints. So the ending posture, wherever we choose to end and take a little bit more time. Today it's reclined butterfly. Maybe you choose to take a more traditional shavasana here, opening the arms and legs, completely up to you. But allowing this to be the time where you really soak in all the bits from your practice. All that length, all that space you've created. And working that same length and space into the breath. Allowing it to connect a little bit deeper with your movement. Allowing you to carry that off your mat into the rest of your day, the rest of your weekend, wherever you are. And taking as much time as you need here. When you feel like getting up and leaving, take an extra 5 to 6 breaths. Taking that extra little bit of time for yourself that maybe you didn't think you needed. Enjoying the rest of your day, your week, your weekend, wherever you are. Thank you so much for practicing with me. And see you next time.